One thing that you can do is to make a list of your most significant relationships, mentors, particularly if there's an older person in your life that had an influence on you. Call them before it's too late to thank them for everything they did for you. I remember talking to my scoutmaster, Armin Lancia, and he was in his 80s, and it was just before he passed away. And I went to his house and sat with him and talked to him a lot about what he meant to me. And I've done that with one of my dad's old business partners and all of that. So these relationships are important, and work on creating new relationships. But make this list and reach out to one friend a week for the next 6 weeks and see what happens. I think you might be surprised. 5, without structure, time will slip away. You cannot just wake up whenever you wake up every day and say, okay, what am I going to do today? You could do that once in a while. You could do that on Saturday. I save Saturday and Sundays for those days where I just might wake up and say, I don't know what I'm going to do. Or I might plan golf, or Jody and I might plan a day trip somewhere. But during the week, the 5 days of the week, because a lot of people are still working, it's good to be in a habit to have a morning routine, to have a little bit of structure at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, and maybe in the middle of the day. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself, again, going from moment to moment and not really feeling like you're getting a lot out of life. So let's talk about the risk that people face when they leave their career and enter retirement. Jody and I have now called that retirement drift. It's real, but it's also reversible. And it's this aimlessness that you feel when you just don't know what to do. You're drifting around. You might not even be realizing what it is, but we've called it retirement drift. And it feels like boredom, regret, aimlessness, and the awareness that you're in this is the first step to fixing it. So you got to think about that. So I want you to do a personal check-in. Not right now, but write this down. Rate your purpose. Like, how are you doing with purpose on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best? Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on your health. Are you healthy? Are you exercising? Are you doing what you need to do? Or are you a little bit overweight? Are you eating poorly? Are you maybe drinking too much? You're not really paying attention to the food you put in your mouth. So I want to give yourself a scale of 1 to 10 on purpose, health, and lastly, joy. How happy are you from day to day? Maybe do this each morning and do it for a while. And where you see a weakness, where you're low on that scale, you want to put some effort into that. Number 7 I want to talk to you about is your health. You know, I know so many men that just don't go to the doctor. They don't think it's a priority. And a couple of men that I know tell me that they don't go because they don't want to look for trouble. I mean, that's why you go to the doctor. And then I have other people that say they go to the doctor and the doctor always finds something, and then you have to go back for a follow-up and it's a real pain in the butt. Well, you know, as a father of a 40-year-old man, my son Markham, who was diagnosed 2 years ago with stage 4 metastasized colorectal cancer, I think going to the doctor is really important to uncover any problems that might be there right now and future problems. And your doctors, you want to have a good relationship with your doctor, but your health needs a new definition. Vitality is important. You want to manage decline. You want to manage your strength. You want to manage your grumpy old man factor. You don't want to become a grumpy old man. My dad did, and it was terrible. Terrible for him, terrible for his relationships, and terrible for the whole family. So you don't want to do that. So from your physical health point of view, movement is key. So one thing that you could do that helps a lot of different areas of your life is schedule a 30-minute walk each day. In the morning, in the afternoon. I just had a health assessment yesterday at the new gym Jody and I went to. And he talked about heart rate. And when you're working out really hard and you're up to like 120, 140, I think my maximum heart rate for me is maybe 140. And I'm learning all this thinking, this seems so complicated. He said, but if you don't put protein in your body right after that, then your body's going to eat your muscle. And I could have this wrong. So if there's someone out there smarter than me and I heard it wrong, then leave a comment. But the thing that really caught me is he said that everybody should walk between 20 and 40 minutes a day, a speed walk, with purpose, like walking kind of fast. Get your heart rate up to maybe 90, and that's how you burn fat.